Right now, your heart is beating. You did not tell it to. Your lungs are pulling in air. You did not ask them to. Somewhere deep inside you, a system is running that you have zero control over, and it has been making decisions on your behalf your entire life. The strange part? Most of those decisions are based on information that is completely wrong. Your body is lying to you. It has been lying to you since the day you were born. And the more scientists look into how your brain and body actually communicate, the more unsettling the picture becomes. Take something as simple as hunger. You feel it right now, or you felt it an hour ago, or you will feel it soon. That gnawing pull in your stomach that says eat now, eat something. You assume it means your body needs fuel. But research suggests that the hunger signal your stomach sends to your brain can fire hours before your body actually needs calories. Your body is not telling you what it needs. It is telling you what it predicts it will need. And those predictions are built on habit, not biology. Psychologist Paul Rozin ran a famous experiment where participants ate a full lunch. Then, using a mild amnesia technique, they were made to forget they had eaten. When lunch was served again just 20 minutes later, they ate it. A full second meal. They were not hungry. Their stomachs were full. But their brain, receiving no memory of the first meal, generated a hunger signal anyway. They ate because their brain told them to. That experiment should unsettle you. Because if hunger can be faked by a memory glitch, what else is your body getting wrong? Pain, for one. You think pain is your body sending you an honest signal about damage. You cut your hand, it hurts. Cause and effect. Simple. Except it is not. Pain researcher Ronald Melzack spent decades developing what he called the neuromatrix theory of pain. His central argument was radical. Pain is not a sensation. It is a construction. Your brain does not receive pain signals from your body and report them faithfully. It builds the experience of pain from a combination of sensory data, memory, expectation, and emotion, and then projects it onto your body. The pain you feel is not located in your hand. It is located in your brain. This is why soldiers in combat sometimes do not feel wounds until the battle is over. Their brain decides that pain would be counterproductive in that moment and suppresses it. The damage is real. The pain is postponed. Your brain decided, without asking you, that you did not need to feel it yet. And it goes further than that. Some people who have had arms or legs amputated continue to feel intense pain in limbs that no longer exist. The body part is gone. The nerves are gone. Yet the pain is completely real. Because the pain was never in the limb in the first place. The brain generated it. The brain assigned it a location. And when that location disappeared, the signal kept going anyway. Your body was working from a map that was no longer accurate. That map has a name. The body schema. It is your brain's internal model of your physical self. Every limb, every surface, every internal organ has a representation inside this map. And here is the strange part. The map is not your body. It is a prediction. An inference. A best guess. Your brain is not experiencing your body directly. It is experiencing its own model of your body. Updated constantly by incoming signals. Sometimes those updates fail. Or lag. Or flat out lie. Your eyes do this too. You assume your vision is a live feed. A direct stream of reality. It is not. Your eyes have a blind spot where the optic nerve connects to the retina. There are no photoreceptors there. A piece of your visual world is literally missing. Yet you never notice it. Because your brain quietly fills in the gap, creating a seamless image and presenting it to you as reality. You are looking at a world that your brain is partly inventing. And that is where things get even stranger. Because what you are about to learn next means that your experience of the present moment may not be the present at all. Because what you are about to learn next means that your experience of the present moment may not be the present at all. Think about that for a second. Everything you see, hear, touch, and feel seems immediate. It feels like reality is happening right now, exactly as it is. But your brain never experiences the world in real time. Light enters your eyes. Electrical signals travel through layers of neurons. Information is processed, interpreted, compared with memories, and then assembled into a conscious experience. All of that takes time. Neuroscientists have found that your conscious perception of the world lags slightly behind reality. By the time you become aware of something, it has already happened. Your brain knows this. And instead of accepting the delay, it tries to compensate. It predicts what will happen next. Imagine a baseball player trying to hit a fastball traveling toward them at incredible speed. If their brain waited to process the exact position of the ball before reacting, they would miss every single time. Instead, the brain predicts where the ball is going to be and begins acting on that prediction. Most of the time, the prediction is accurate enough that it feels like perfect reflexes. But what if that same prediction system is being used for everything? Not just sports. Not just movement. Everything. What if your brain is constantly generating a model of reality before reality fully arrives? This idea sits at the center of modern neuroscience. Many researchers describe the brain as a prediction machine. Rather than passively receiving information and reporting it like a camera, your brain actively creates expectations about what is about to happen. Then it compares incoming information against those expectations. When the prediction matches reality, you notice nothing. Everything feels normal. But when the prediction fails, something grabs your attention. A sudden noise. An unexpected touch. A face where you did not expect one. Your awareness is often less about reality itself and more about the difference between prediction and reality. In other words, your brain is not showing you the world. It is showing you its best guess of the world. And sometimes that guess can be remarkably convincing. Consider optical illusions. You can know an illusion is fake. You can understand exactly how it works. You can even explain it to someone else. And yet your brain still falls for it. Why? Because perception is not a choice. Your conscious mind does not decide what to see. The prediction systems running underneath your awareness decide first. You only experience the final result. This brings us to one of the most fascinating ideas in neuroscience. Neuroscientist Anil Seth has described conscious experience as a controlled hallucination. That phrase sounds dramatic. But it does not mean reality is fake. It means your experience of reality is constructed. The colors you see, the sounds you hear, the feeling of being inside your body. All of it emerges from the brain combining sensory information with predictions about what those sensations mean. You have never experienced the world directly. You have only experienced your brain's interpretation of it. A version of reality assembled behind the scenes and delivered to consciousness as a finished product. And honestly, that is probably a good thing. Imagine if your brain waited for perfect information before making every decision. You would freeze. You would hesitate. You would never react quickly enough to survive. The ability to predict gave your ancestors an advantage. A rustle in the grass might have been a predator. Assuming danger and reacting quickly was often safer than waiting for certainty. Over thousands of generations, brains that predicted efficiently survived. Brains that demanded complete accuracy often did not. That is why your brain fills in gaps. That is why it makes assumptions. That is why it sometimes gets things wrong. Because being fast was often more important than being perfectly correct. And that realization leads to a strange question. If so much of your experience is based on prediction, assumption, and interpretation, how much of what you believe about yourself is also a prediction? Because the same brain that constructs your experience of the outside world is also constructing the story of who you are. And that story may be far less objective than you think. Because the same brain that constructs your experience of the outside world is also constructing the story of who you are. And that story may be far less objective than you think. Most people assume they know themselves. They believe their memories are accurate. Their emotions are reliable. Their decisions are rational. Their sense of identity is stable. But neuroscience paints a different picture. Your brain is constantly editing, rewriting, and updating the story of you. Take memory. Most of us think of memory as a recording. Like a video stored somewhere inside the brain that can be replayed whenever we need it. But memory does not work that way. Every time you remember an event, your brain reconstructs it. It pieces together fragments of information, fills in missing details, and creates a version of the past that feels complete. The problem is that each reconstruction can introduce small changes. Over time, those changes accumulate. The memory feels stronger, more vivid, more certain. Yet it may become less accurate. In some cases, people can develop memories of events that never happened at all. Not because they are lying. Not because they are confused. But because the brain is designed to create coherent stories, even when information is missing. Truth is important to the brain. But consistency is often more important. And the same thing happens with emotions. You wake up feeling anxious. Your heart is beating faster. Your muscles feel tense. Your breathing changes. A few moments later, your brain begins searching for a reason. Why do I feel this way? What is wrong? What should I be worried about? Sometimes there is a real threat. Sometimes there is not. Yet the brain often creates explanations anyway. A conversation from yesterday. An upcoming deadline. A financial concern. A possibility that exists only in your imagination. The feeling came first. The explanation came later. And once the explanation is attached, it feels like the cause. This is one reason anxiety can become so powerful. Your brain predicts danger. Your body responds as though the danger is real. Your heart races. Stress hormones flood your system. Your breathing becomes shallow. Every sensation seems to confirm the prediction. The prediction creates the evidence. And the evidence strengthens the prediction. A loop forms. Not because the threat is real, but because the brain believes it might be. The same mechanism can appear in chronic pain. An injury heals. The tissues recover. The original damage disappears. Yet the pain remains. Months. Sometimes years. The brain has learned the pattern so well that it continues generating the warning signal long after the threat is gone. The pain is real. The suffering is real. But the prediction is no longer accurate. And that reveals something extraordinary. Many of the signals you trust most are not direct reports from reality. They are forecasts. Educated guesses. Predictions created by a biological machine trying to keep you alive. Most of the time those predictions are incredibly useful. They help you avoid danger. They help you navigate the world. They help you survive. But sometimes they are wrong. And when they are wrong, understanding that fact can change everything. Because the moment you realize a signal is a prediction, you stop treating it as absolute truth. You become capable of questioning it, examining it, correcting it. And perhaps that is the most important lesson hidden inside all of this. Your brain is not a window through which you observe reality. It is an active participant in creating the reality you experience. Every sight, every sound, every sensation, every thought, filtered through a system built on prediction. A system that is brilliant, efficient, necessary, but not perfect. And the next time your heart starts racing, your mind starts worrying, or your body tells you something feels wrong, remember this. The signal may be real, but the story attached to that signal might not be. Because your brain is constantly trying to predict the future. And sometimes, predictions can be wrong.